This episode of the BIC Magazine Weekly Industry Report is brought to you by the Prime Expo. On August 20th, 2024, in Pasadena, Texas, you can discover innovative industrial products and services and connect with industry leaders. To learn more about the expo, visit www.theprimexpo.com. Welcome to the BIC Magazine Weekly Industry Report, your go-to source for the latest updates in the energy sector. I'm Samantha, your AI podcast host, and today is July 26th, 2024. In today's episode, Woodside acquires Tellurian in an all-cash transaction. U.S. senators introduce a bill to speed approvals of energy projects, and other top news from the energy sector this week. But before we get started, we ask that if you enjoy our podcast, please like, comment, and share this podcast with your colleagues. Your support helps us grow and allows us to bring you even more exciting updates from the energy sector in the future. We'll start things off with a report on natural gas prices, as according to the EIA, from January to June this year, the average monthly wholesale spot natural gas price at the U.S. benchmark Henry Hub fell by 20% to $2.56 per million British thermal units. Just a few months ago, in March of this year, prices had dropped to $1.49, the lowest since 1997. This decline can be attributed to record U.S. natural gas production, flat consumption, and high inventories, coupled with a mild winter in 2023. Although production decreased in early 2024, storage levels remained high, keeping prices near historic lows. As a result, natural gas prices are expected to remain stable in the near future. We'll move on to some movement in the industry as Tellurian Inc. has entered a definitive agreement with Woodside Energy Group, where Woodside will acquire all outstanding shares of Tellurian for $1 per share in an all-cash deal. The acquisition price represents a 75% premium to Tellurian's closing price on July 19, 2024. The deal, valuing Tellurian at approximately $1.2 billion, is set to close in Q4 2024, pending shareholder and regulatory approvals. This acquisition is expected to bolster the development of Driftwood LNG under Woodside's leadership. Next up, we'll shift our focus to Washington, where the Senate Energy Committee's top lawmakers, Joe Manchin and John Barrasso, introduced a bill to expedite permitting for power transmission, mining, and LNG export projects. The legislation aims to strengthen the power grid and maintain low power prices. It supports renewable projects and helps meet the goal to decarbonize the U.S. power sector by 2035. The bill also encourages offshore oil and gas leasing and sets a 90-day deadline for LNG export approvals. This bipartisan effort promises to speed up energy and mineral projects while maintaining environmental protections, although its future remains uncertain due to election year politics. On the topic of LNG, Texas LNG Brownsville, a subsidiary of Glenfarne Energy Transition and EQT Corporation, have finalized a 20-year tolling agreement for 2 million tons per annum of LNG. This deal confirms two earlier heads of agreement between the companies. The agreement is part of Texas LNG's broader strategy to advance its liquefaction project at the Port of Brownsville, Texas. The project will commence construction in 2024, with commercial operations set to begin in 2028. We'll close this episode out with an announcement from the EPA, as the agency has awarded the City of New Orleans nearly $50 million through the Climate Pollution Reduction Grant. This funding will support a range of initiatives aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions and advancing environmental justice. The city's planned projects include enhancing non-vehicle transportation options, boosting energy efficiency in large buildings, installing rooftop solar panels, and expanding urban forestry efforts. The grant aligns with New Orleans' Climate Action Plan and supports various sustainable projects that will benefit both the environment and the community. And with that, we come to a close on this week's episode of the BIC Magazine Weekly Industry Report. You can head over to bicmagazine.com to read the full stories discussed today, and make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels so that you never miss out on the latest developments, updates, and announcements from the energy sector. Have a great day, and remember, it's what we do together that counts.